Chapter 4. Applying what we know. In Chapter 4, we will discuss what we know about early childhood education and apply it to our teaching practices. How would you define development? Write this down. Pause the lecture and compare your definition to what you have read in the book. How do they differ? Be prepared to share the differences in class. There are four main domains of development. Physical development, which encompasses both fine motor and gross motor development. Cognitive development, which encompasses a child's thinking ability, including language development. Social development, which encompasses a child's ability to interact with the world, adults and peers, in a positive manner, including the development of their interpersonal skills. Emotional development, which encompasses a child's ability to self-regulate and manage their emotions. Teachers should view the domains of development holistically. In addition, there are seven identified life skills that every child needs to develop over their lifetime, including 1. Focus and self-control, 2. Perspective taking, 3. Communicating, 4. Making connections, 5. Critical thinking, 6. Communication, 7. Collaboration and creativity. Which of the 7 skills do you believe are most challenging to foster in children? Why? Be prepared to share your answers in class. There are 3 main types of parenting styles: authoritative, authoritarian, and permissive. Each of these is related to 3 culturally familiar language terms. Reread the section on the effects of culture on research and theory on page 104 in the text. Think about the following questions. Is one style of parenting better than the other? What are the long-term effects of parenting styles on children? Why do teachers need to be familiar with and understand the impact of parenting styles on the children they teach? Be prepared to discuss this in class. Be sure to read the section on why teachers should understand child development and the basics of the physical brain, which include neurons, synapse, migration, differentiation, pruning, and plasticity. Teachers must also understand the role of experience in brain development. The early childhood years lay the foundation for future success and are critical to the development of a healthy human being. There are specific windows of opportunity that occur during a child's life. These opportunities have lifelong effects on a child. Think back to your childhood and write down 3 positive and 3 negative experiences you had as a child. How did they impact you as an adult? Be prepared to share this in class. On page 109 of the text, Erik Erikson's Theory of Psychosocial Theory of Human Development. The first 4 stages describe the development that would occur during early childhood: trust versus mistrust, autonomy versus doubt, initiative versus guilt, and industry versus inferiority. Review each of the 4 and write down 3 implications for teaching. Your implications for teaching should include strategies teachers and parents can use to ensure a child moves to the next level. Be prepared to share this in class. Within Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs, there are 5 levels of needs a person must achieve during their lifetime to develop a healthy personality. 2 levels are basic needs that must always be met in order for a person to thrive. They include physical needs and psychological safety and security. The top 3 levels are growth needs and can only be achieved after our basic needs have been met. They include our sense of belonging and love, our self-esteem and respect for others, and lastly, the top layer of self-actualization. Many people never reach the level of self-actualization. As teachers, we must reflect upon how Maslow's theory impacts learning. What are the implications for practice in the field of education? Be prepared to share this in class. Piaget's theory of constructivism has had a profound impact on early childhood curriculum. Under the theory of constructivism, children are believed to learn through active play in a stimulating environment. Within Piaget's cognitive theory, there are 4 key concepts teachers should be familiar with. They include schemas, or the organization of mental structures people use to think and guide their behavior; adaptations, on the mental processes of altering concepts or schemas in response to experiences. Assimilation is one of the ways people process information. When we assimilate, we take in new information or experiences and merge them with our existing schemas. Accommodation is another way a person processes information. We accommodate when new information or experiences do not fit within our existing schema, and we must then modify or construct a new schema. Disequilibrium occurs when there is an imbalance in thinking, when we do not understand new information and/or experiences. Piaget also posted 3 types of knowledge that children develop as the result of biology and the experiences they have. They include physical, logical, mathematical, and social conventional. How are these different? How are they interconnected? Be prepared to discuss this in class. Lev Vygotsky's social cultural theory has had a tremendous impact on the field as well. Through his contributions, the following concepts were brought to the forefront. The social construction of knowledge, or the ability of scaffolding to have an impact on children's learning, is a cornerstone of ECE curriculum. Scaffolding requires adults to provide children assistance, guidance, and direction at an attempt at helping children learn tasks found within the zone of PD. The zone of PD, or zone of proximal development, is the distance between what a child knows and does not know. Between the 2 ends lies the critical period of time where a child can learn a task. Vygotsky strongly believed that there is a connection between our language development and thought process. He believed both are contingent on the quality of interactions we have with each other or with other people. Vygotsky also believed that the primary task of children was to help children develop the ability to self-regulate. Self-regulation is the ability to adapt or control our behavior, emotions, and thinking depending on a given situation. Without the development of self-regulation, children often grow into adults who have trouble maintaining healthy relationships both personally and professionally. B.F. Skinner's behavioral theory continues to be used in educational settings today. Behaviorism is founded on the basis that learning is change in behavior when either positive or negative consequences are placed on an individual. These consequences are usually applied directly after the desired or undesired behavior occurs. Answer the following questions. Name one desired behavior we have for children. Is it positively or negatively reinforced by adults? How? Name one undesirable behavior we have for children. Is it positively or negatively reinforced by adults? How? Be prepared to discuss both positive and negative reinforcers in class. Albert Bandura developed the social cognitive theory. His theory is both a behavioral and cognitive theory and is based on the following concepts. Vicarious learning is based on observing the effects of other people's behavior rather than experiencing the rewards and punishments directly. Self-regulated learning, or modeling and observing learning. Observational learning has 4 phases: attention, retention, reproduction, and motivation. Be sure to review this section in the text on pages 129 through 130 on these 4 phases, as well as the comparison chart and all of the theories talked about in this chapter on page 130. Play is connected to all domains of development. For children, truly For children truly to understand and learn new concepts, they must be engaged in active exploration of materials and environments surrounding these topics. There are four main types of play: functional, constructive, symbolic, rule-governed. What are the major differences between the four? Think of one example of each type of play and be prepared to share this in class.